38 million people in the United States of America worry about whether their next meal comes from. This doesn't exclude children, young adults, seniors. This is everyone. Everyone in the United States, 38 million people is how many we tally up. Just to put it in picturable terms, 38 million people is the size of 2 New Yorks. Not New York cities. I couldn't even imagine 2 New York cities full of people that worry about where the next meal is going to come from. We're talking about 2 New Yorks worrying about where the next meal is going to come from. So, what are these people that sit and worry about where the next meal is going to come from? Where do they go? What do they do? Well, they turn to places like Feeding America that help with food insecurity, food waste, and even through natural disasters they come in. If we look at it, Feeding America has served over 6.6 billion meals to people. That means about 1 out of every 7 people with food insecurities get fed by Feeding America. This is one of the largest donation chains there is. Feeding America is huge. It's pretty much the biggest that comes. According to Feeding America, our state, my state, Kentucky, has the highest percentage rate for food insecurity. We're sitting about 17%. And Tennessee and West Virginia also are pretty high up there. Ohio is like yellow. We're red though. We are in the highest percentage, one of the highest percentages for most food insecurities. So my thought is, Feeding America serves all these meals, about 6.6 billion. Don't get me wrong. I know that they serve probably lots of food, but when I was reading through all this and doing all this research, they said $1 would make 10 meals. $1 make 10 meals? I can't even go and buy a dollar meal just for me. So how are they doing this? Well, they're pairing with Walmart, Kroger's, wherever it may be. And their dollar is splitting up, right? They're buying, instead of going and buying best of the best, they're buying things that would normally be about to be pulled off the shelf because they can't be sold anymore. Whether it's been dented, they make sure the food's safe. They just pull out food that is usable and that is safe. So they pull it from the shelves, they pull it from wherever they can, and they use that instead of buying new groceries. So not only does this help the people that are in food insecurities and worry about where the next meal is going to come from, this also helps with our food waste problem we have in the United States. I know personally I waste a whole bunch of food, and I probably don't contribute to this. I'm going to start doing better, but it's said that we waste like 40% of our food. 40% of our food's wasted. The food that would normally go in the landfills, Feeding America helps about 4.7 billion pounds of this greenhouse gases that would be released, and that goes into our landfills. They say this greenhouse gas that is released from these food that is being wasted is 86 times more potent and powerful than carbon dioxide is. 86 times. That's crazy to me to think about. 86 more times powerful than carbon dioxide. And this was all said by Christopher Teston at NRDC. And he said, just was stating about how immense the gas was that it was released by those greenhouse gases. So my next thought, we got covered the people, how they're getting this food with the amount of profit they're making. I'm sure there's a lot of people donating, but $1 doesn't seem like it'd go very far for me. But we're also covering how they're wasting food and how they're taking care of that, how they're keeping so much food from coming into our landfills. Now we kind of get on this subject. My first thought was, okay, so now what about the people that only have rough times or have natural disasters? What do? They turn to Feeding America as well. Feeding America Action for Natural Disasters has a 1-2-3 plan. So their first step in their 1-2-3 plan is to prepare. They keep up with the news, keep up with what they need, and watch it. And number 2, they deliver the supplies. Send them out, ship them out. Number 3, once they get those supplies delivered, they stay with the community for weeks or months on end, whatever they may need to do. While their people that donate their time will stay there and help them out throughout the weeks to come. So yeah, pretty much what I've taken from this company is that they're doing everything that they can to help their community out. They understand the massive problem that we have growing in the United States about people going hungry, and they're just wanting to help all they can. And I think that this foundation has done a very good job of trying to stick as close as they can to feeding as many people as they can without trying to have the corporate greed like a